Gentlemen, dude, your late edition, sneaking in procrastination commish power rankings week 4. Yes, we're deep into week 5. We got one game complete in week 5, one game currently going on the TV screen for week 5. But screw it, we still got to get some power rankings done. I wanted everyone to join. There's only a couple of true devoted league fans here. All right. On this beautiful Sunday morning. It's a bit chilly. We love it. The fall temperature's coming in. I had it just, I went outside this morning, had my cup of coffee. It was delicious. All right, let's get on to the meat of the matter. Your power rankings for week 4. We're going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to tell you what tier you're in. There are 3 tiers, one being finds a way to win. I have a sneaky team in there that doesn't find a way to win, but we'll figure it out. The up and down teams, the ones I'm just not sold on yet, and then the down teams, okay? You don't want to be in the down team. Let's go. Week 4, power rankings. Here we go. Number 1, can you dig it? I hate that I have to put him here. Has not paid league dues yet, has not changed his name from last year, but the man's winning and winning at all costs. He has Stefon Diggs for second year. His point differential is 39.4. Not substantial, but it's enough to get him to the top of the power rankings. His team is stacked across the board. I love every position. Backup quarterback, backup running back, backup wide receiver, bench points. I like it all. His team looks like, if it continues to roll, could be the team to beat this year, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, big time. And then also I'm going to tell you who I want from their team. It's clearly Stefon Diggs, even though you just had a big mistake here, gave up an interception. Yeah, terrible. Number 2, he's not on the stream, hasn't been a part this year. A little disappointed. I know he's got some, he's busy man. But Jay Jets Jingleheimer Schmidt, number 2, Mackenzie Mummy. I like where he's at this year, 27.9. He's been in that top tier every single week, top tier. Obviously, if you want a team on player on his team, there's a couple players that are really good. I still think you want Justin Jefferson as your number 1 guy. He's steady at the top. He's got big-time players at important positions. I like his running back depth. I like his wide receiver. You need those players. Right now, Kamish is playing 2 guys, starting wide receivers, that he got off of waivers this week. That's how bad it's at right now, guys. Number 3 in the big-time tier, the win at all costs tier. Love on the brain. Still love her team. She has a minus 11.1 point differential. But I'm going to be honest. Who would you want on that team? Any one of her starting 9. Her starting 9 is just good. I don't love the depth, but her starting 9 is very, very solid. Maybe top tier by the end of the year starting potential. She needs to fill out the depth pieces. Taryn, it's time for you to move and groove. It's time for you to, find some hidden gems on the waiver wire. Maybe make a trade for one of those starting 9 players. You got to do some moving here, girl. You just can't stay steady. I know you got love on the brain, but it's time. Number 4, a surprise in the top tier. I'm giving my man some love. I'm going to give him a lot of love today. Kick him in the dicker at 1-4. Kick him in the dicker at 1-4. He has a minus 61.8 point differential, but he's top 3 or top 4 in points forced. Who would I want? I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes I go back and review the league every once in a while. There you go. There you go, Trevor. Throw it. All right. Zay Jones? Anybody? Number 7? No, that was Trevor Etienne. But I'm going to give him some love. If I want anybody from that team, I want a proven GM that knows how to work the waiver wire, knows how to do anything. I believe in the GM more than I believe in his players. If you look at his lineup, it looks like hot garbage this week. He's got a couple players on bye, a couple players injured. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, guys. It doesn't mean. We got a long season ahead of us. First quarter's done. Our first third is done. That doesn't mean it's over. You got 8 games in front of you. We'll see where we go. Number 5, got to give my other man some love. I talked to him this past week. We're gonna keep some things private just between me and John, but don't go chasing waterfalls, okay? Positive 28.6 points. I almost got duped into a trade for Ayuk. Ayuk is the guy that I want. Ayuk is worthwhile. It's a guy that everybody should want on their team. I think he's got high-end potential. 2 20-point games is big time. Finding good opponents is what John is good for. He finds a good opponent who's going to score 62 points, and then he's going to score 72, and he's going to win the game. So finding good, he's play the record you have. Play the teams that are in front of you. You only need 72, just get 72 then. So proud of my man, John. John's still in the top tier. Last one in the top tier, also kind of surprising, but if you look at the team, I love them. I will waddle 500 miles. Guy, you got McCaffrey and you got Allen. You got McCaffrey, you got Allen. You got McCaffrey, you got Allen. Over and over again, those guys are going to produce. You're in every game when you got both of those people. If you want anyone from this team, he's a positive 20-point differential. If you want anyone, it's going to be Christian McCaffrey. I was down on him this year. I could not take him. Man is a beast, okay? Now we're moving on to the second tier. Second tier, which is the up and down team. I'm not sure about this team yet. You're wavering kind of. I don't know if you're good or bad. Burrowing deep for a ring at number 7, minus 8-point differential. Who would you want this team? My man has trade. My man is deep at running back. Deep at running back. 4 possible elite running backs. You can't play 4 running backs. So you need to make a trade chip possible. No one else has that trade chip available, kind of like my grandfather does. So burrowing deep for a ring. That's a big one there. Number 8. I got to give myself some love here. I putting pieces together, scoring 142 points last week. It's not a great team, but he's plus 37 in point differential. And if you want anybody on his team, you want your boy Devon Achane. You want Devon Achane on your team because he's so good. Okay? Piecing the puzzle pieces together. It looked ugly, but again, another proven GM. Commish ain't commish for no reason. He's putting pieces together. We're making it work. Number 9, his opponent this week, to infinity and beyond. I don't really love this team. I'm trying to buy into this team. Don't love it. 39-point differential. Honestly, a lot of good players there. A lot of inconsistent up and down guys. But I'm not going to lie to you. Isaiah Pacheco right now is the dude. The Chiefs are giving that boy the rock. I don't think they're as dynamic offensively throwing the ball. So Isaiah Pacheco, that's the guy you want on your team. Kind of amazing. Good running back depth. But he needs someone to pull him out of this mediocrity here. Number 10, it's tough. But my wife, I got to give some credit. That team is kind of good. They're number 10, 21-point differential positive. A.J. Brown, I think everybody and their mama has asked for A.J. Brown in a trade to my wife. And she's not giving up on him. She loves him. She's going to take care of him. And he's going to be a beast. She basically has a couple beasts on her team. And if Anthony Richardson gets going from her Colts, then I'm not going to lie to you. She's got a very, very solid team upward moving. You know what I mean? The best turnaround definitely is with her for sure. Now we're on to the down tier. These teams are down, and they're really down. And I'm talking about really down, okay? We got Pika Puka, who, wow, this is a rough team to go and look at right now. The point differential is a whopping, I don't think I've ever seen this in the first 4 games, a whopping 107.2 in the negative. That's not good. That's real bad, actually. That's almost impossible to do and be 1-3. She did have one good game against David, and so David, my apologies. I'm looking out for you here this week. Anybody on her team, it's very difficult to find a player. But again, a guy I like. Don't judge a Thursday night football game. Don't judge a London game. You only judge Sunday football games or even Monday. Those 2 you can count on. But James Cook, I believe the rest of the year, the guy that you want for the rest of the year is James Cook. They're giving him the rock. He's catching the football. No, we're not in a PPR league, but that's what it is. We're not done yet. She has 3 bad games. She has 1 great game. So who is the real Pika Puka? She's got a couple people on her team that maybe you feel good about. Puka Nacua being one of them, but Cooper Kupp's coming back this week. So what is he really going to do? I don't know. We're stuck there. And then last but not least, Justin Riley Ramirez. My apologies, sir. Laporta Potty is a beautiful name for your team this year. I mean, chef's kiss for that name. Minus 26. You do have the number 1 receiver in the league on your team, which is clearly the guy everyone would want. Tyreek Hill. How about them Dolphins? Don't worry about last week. That was a fluke. All right. Tyreek, number 1 player on the team you would want. And then the next best player probably on your team, there's a couple, but Sammy Laporta, nobody would have drawn up Sammy Laporta being what he is this year. He needs
I was, and he snaked him in the draft for me, and I was pretty upset.
He needs the help the most. Who has Trevor Etienne? Just scored a point.
That's me.
Oh, there he goes. Number 1. The rich keep getting richer. All right. So I made a mistake. I did the bold predictions earlier in the week, and that does not add well to my bold prediction. My bold prediction this week was that Kick Him in the Dicker was over number 1.
I'm taking him down. He's still losing.
Can you dig it? I'm not saying the game's over, but what I'm saying is that I really buy into David's squad. I believe he's a good squad. I believe he's got some potential there. I believe he's putting up points. So eventually, law of averages, you're going to start winning some football games. I still believe, even though he's dancing in the end zone, an opponent, I still believe possibly Kick Him in the Dicker beats Can You Dig It? And the other reason why I picked that is because someone owes me $50. And until I get that, they'll never be voted for a bold prediction in their life. Okay. So love you. I only did 1 bold prediction. I'm 4-2 on the season. That's a positive marker. We love you. We love the league. Kamish is signing off.